Hey guys, today I'm filming my very first Q&A video. First of all, thank you guys so much for asking me the questions on one of my previous videos. I'm going to start with the more personal random questions, and then I'm going to answer all the hair questions after that, because I did get quite a lot of hair advice and hair questions. First question, what do you do for your regular job? I have a full-time office job. I work for a media agency. For example, my workplace would purchase the advertising space on radio, billboards, television, a really crazy deadline driven job. What are your hobbies outside of YouTube? Hard because I do work full-time, 40 hours a week, so this is kind of my hobby, but I also really enjoy sports. Me and my boyfriend are super hockey fans. I also really like sewing. I mean, I haven't done it for a long time, but I really want to start getting back into it. I'm really into watching movies and documentaries, and obviously I'm really into makeup and hair. What is your skincare routine? I have a really old skincare routine video, but honestly I don't really use all the same products anymore. And to keep it really short, honestly I don't do that much. Basically wash my face with water, and then once in a while I use a face mask, the Body Shop Himalayan purifying clay mask, I think that's what it's called. What inspired you to start YouTube? This is a funny question because I never decided I really want to do a YouTube channel. I was really into watching YouTube videos because I was experimenting a lot with my hair and with my makeup, and I always found that the videos that I was searching for, I couldn't find. And then one day someone said to me why don't you just make your own videos since you can't find them? Maybe you'll help somebody else. And at first I was no, I don't think so. But then as I got thinking about it, I was you know what, it would be really cool if I could help one other person who's searching for the same video that I am and isn't having any luck finding anything. And it just turned into a hobby from there. Do you still have your cat? Yes, I still have my cat. Tomato. She's chilling hardcore by my feet right now, but her name is Tomato, and that is the name that they gave her at the SPCA because she was adopted. She literally sleeps and just wants to be petted all day long. What ring light and camera do you use? The ring light that I have is from the brand, I honestly forget what it's called, Numier maybe, or Numi. I got it off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I will link it down below if I can still find it. I'm not sure that I would totally recommend it though, because it doesn't have that great of a dimming option. There's bright, and then there's slightly more bright, and then that's kind of it. And the camera that I use is the Canon EOS or EOS M3 mirrorless camera, so it's actually quite a small compact camera. But it does have a flip-up screen, and it was pretty cheap. Honestly, I'm not a believer that you need a crazy expensive camera to do YouTube videos. I mean, as long as it shoots high definition and it's decent quality, I don't really see the point in having an amazing camera. I mean, obviously the $6,000 cameras, they do look better, but I personally just don't really care. If one thing you like about YouTube and one thing you dislike, being able to interact with other people who are interested in the same things that I'm interested in. Personally, I just don't have a lot of friends that are interested in the makeup and hair and things like that, so I really find comfort in being able to give advice to people, or just chatting with other people who are in the same hair dilemmas as me, or you know, trying out similar kinds of products. One thing you dislike. I can't really think of anything that I super dislike about being a creator. Obviously the hate and the nasty comments suck, but I try not to let that really get to me. What is your Instagram? My Instagram is the same as my name here on YouTube, at somegirljess. I never really advertised my Instagram on YouTube before. I don't know, I guess I didn't think people would be that interested. I don't do a lot of product things or YouTube check out my video posts. It's pretty much just selfies and pictures of my cat. Your favorite sunscreen to wear under makeup? I actually don't wear sunscreen under my makeup, and I know that's a huge no-no. If there's sunscreen in my moisturizer, then that's great, and then if not, honestly I don't really go outside. I know that sounds awful, but I live in a very cold part of Canada. Even in the summer, I don't really go outside that much. I mean, obviously when I do, I'm wearing a big old hat and stuff. So I don't really have any recommendations for that one, sorry. How old are you? I am 25 years old and I will be 26 this year. Okay, so now I'm going to get to the hair questions. How long does toner last before you do it again? For me, I realistically would need to tone like every 3 weeks if I wanted to keep up the actual color of the toner, but I only tone my hair when I bleach my roots, which is like every 4 to 6 weeks, usually around the 5-week mark. It is usually pretty like golden and faded before that, but I don't know, I don't really care. How and when did you go full blonde? I've actually been on and off full blonde like my entire life. I'll insert like a couple photos of one from like when I was like way younger, like middle school or high school or something, and then another one from like I think 2011 I had full blonde. In the past, like I'd always gone to hairdressers before I kind of learned how to do it myself. Okay, so this question's kind of the same thing. How long did it take you to get to the shade of blonde you are now? Did you just bleach your whole head and continuous root touch-ups? So the blonde that I have now has been like 2 years in the making. Oh, my foot is asleep. So like over 2 years ago, I had like blonde highlights and I dyed it pink and purple and had some fun with it after that. But I was tired of it. I wanted to go darker, so I actually dyed my hair black. And let me tell you, oh god, I can't believe I did that. Once I got tired of the black, I bleached it. It turned orange, but my hair was quite damaged, so I kind of just like went with the orange for like quite a long time. I would like put like actual on purpose like semi-permanent orange hair dye on top, so it kind of like made it seem like it was on purpose, and I rocked orange hair for like quite a while. I actually really didn't mind it, honestly. Then I put like a dark ash blonde on top, and then I went to the salon to get like more highlights, and I think I went twice until I was like pretty much all over blonde, and then I just started doing it myself. I just all over bleached it, and now I just continuously do my roots when they grow in. I had a question about air drying your hair, and that it's supposed to be like a big trend, and if I had used the L'Oreal brand that is supposed to be for like air drying your hair. To answer your question, no, I have not tried that L'Oreal brand for air drying your hair, and like I'm not like I do air dry my hair, but I'm not a fan of air drying. But for me, when I do air dry my hair, like I just make sure to put like a BB cream in it. I really like the Ion Repair BB cream so it doesn't get super frizzy. What inspired you to be a light blonde rather than your darker natural color? So like I was born with hair like pretty much this color, like very bright blonde. My whole family's blonde, my mom, my dad, my brother. Right when I was about in grade 8, it started getting like really dark. Like it just like darkened to like kind of a mousy, really dark blonde color. Not that it looked bad, but I was just like, I don't know, I just like missed my natural, or what I thought was my natural, you know, when I was a baby color. And I was so jealous because like my brother had this perfect blonde hair that never darkened. I haven't seen my natural color since I was in grade 8, so I don't even know, like over 10 years anyway. So like I've pretty much been like on and off blonde ever since, just because I honestly feel like this is what I'm supposed to be. Will you grow your hair out long? Have you ever had long hair? I don't really know. Right now my hair is like longer than it's been in literally years. Personally, like I'm a pretty short person, and I'm not very big either, so I find like a lot of hair like weighs me down and like kind of overpowers me in a way. I think my dream hair would be like maybe like an inch or 2 longer. And actually I just like 10 minutes ago had my hair like tucked into my shirt and like my hair kind of like sticking out like this, and my boyfriend was like, oh yeah, you look really good with like short hair, you should cut it again. So who knows. What are your top 5 tips on keeping healthy bleached hair? I'm actually going to condense it into like 2, and that is 1, cut your hair. If your hair is like beyond salvageable, it is nasty, it is stringy, it is like breaking off everywhere, cut it off. Even though you won't like your haircut, I promise it will be better in the long run. My second tip is don't go overboard with the products. Like I've tried a lot of different products, like, and you see me like hold up like 30 products in one video, but I never use that many at once. Like I'm kind of like, I'll try 1 or 2, and then if they don't work, I'll try another 2, you know what I mean? It's too much product buildup, and like oils and like waxy feeling hair is actually not good for it. Oh, and I'm gonna add a third one, which is when you're bleaching your hair, just bleach what you have to. Don't go over the whole thing. Just bleach your roots. So this one's kind of like a three-part question. The first part is, does the developer in toners lift fashion colors? And she explains that she has blue hair and she wants to put a toner on it, but will that toner lift the blue out? And the answer is probably slightly. Toners really don't lift the hair that much. They're meant to just like add tone to your already pre-lightened hair. But whenever you're using a toner with developer, you can expect like very, very minimal lift. So it might lift a little bit of your hair color out. It will still at the same time deposit whatever color toner that you're using. Will toner make my natural root color lift? I would advise not to put the toner on your natural regrowth, and that's for the exact same reason, which is it will slightly lift and it might turn your roots like a very like slight orangey shade. The third part, will higher developer in toner lift blonde to a higher level while toning it? The short answer is no, I don't think so. I feel like a higher developer would actually just like dilute the toner, like it wouldn't deposit as much. I could be wrong, like I'm not a professional and I've only ever used what's recommended with toners, which is 20 volume developer or lower. I think it would actually be like a waste and it would actually damage your hair if you used 30 or 40 volume, for example. I think if you're gonna lift your hair, but don't experiment with like toners, because toners are not meant for that purpose. What's your favorite hair care product? I have honestly so many, but I really have been liking the Apogee brand that you can get from Sally's. It's like specifically for super damaged hair, and I have like a review of that / like hair update coming up, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I've been filming for a really long time, so I'm gonna end the video there. So of course I will do another Q&A video in the very near future. If you want, you can leave questions in this comment section and I'll just take note of them to include in my next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.